Hello and welcome to part 5 of playing Titanfall 2 with only melee. And today's the day we get this. The Ronin Loadout. The solution to all my problems. The answer to my prayers. And what is quite possibly the only way I'm going to finish this run with my sanity intact. The Stalkers don't offer very much of a challenge, unfortunately, so I can't show how good this is going to be just yet, but it went pretty well. To make a long story short, Stalkers dealt with, time to move on. We are now getting the arc tool thing. Not a whole lot goes on here. There's just a bunch of weird electrical walls and wall running to do. No enemies, so time to bust out the funny voices and speed it up.
Your mission is to obtain an arc tool. Using it, we can jumpstart the power systems and get the beacon back online. Scans detected signature further within this facility substation. Got it.
What's up with these walls?
This area actually gave me more trouble than I was expecting. I was hoping to just breeze through all of this and show off the Ronin. I think it was mainly an issue with just me getting complacent and wanting to move on quickly. Also, I just now noticed, I believe I do miss that helmet, unfortunately. Oh no, look at that. I smartened up and grabbed it. I remember doing that. Oh my god, why can't I fight anymore? What happened? Okay, with that embarrassment out of the way, once again, more electrical walls and wall running.
Scans reveal a maximum depth of 300 meters. What is this place? The station's computer details this location as a power grid.
For an IMC
This here is actually kind of cool. Nice giant fan thing. Pushes you in the air. Gotta get to the other side.
Do not be afraid. Your jump kit can take that fall. Bypass is successful. The fan exhaust is offline. Arc tool detected at 30 meters.
Daily reminder, I am not intelligent. Sadly, we must give this Marvin depression and take away his toy. He is not happy.
Well done, pilot. You have acquired the arc tool. Return to the control room. We are ready to jumpstart the system.
We then use our new toy to get through a couple simple puzzles. culminating in the fastest speed I believe I will ever reach in the campaign. And naturally, I choke the jump. We then wait in the timeout corner for us to be able to activate the sonar radar thingamajig.
Should be able to jumpstart them manually.
Cooper, let's hope that arm tool is worth all the trouble.
Caution. High radiation levels detected ahead. Your suit will only protect you for a limited time inside the chamber. I suggest you move quickly.
I wouldn't stay in there too long unless you want to be burnt to a crisp. Okay, opening the hatch in 3, 2, 1, go!
Power at 100%. I recommend you exit the chamber immediately.
Great job.
Now that we got super cancer from the radiation, we try to turn the thingy on, it doesn't work, and here we go again. I would also like to take this opportunity to go over the kit of the Ronin and why this is such a game changer for me. Aside from the obvious big ass sword, I'm able to block, and there is the phase shift. There's also the electric thing from the sword. I don't know what to call it. I don't even know the name of it right now. I'm not going to use that. Technically, it's a melee attack because it comes from the sword. However, it's also has range to it. So, call that what you will. I'm not going to use it, but it's pretty useful otherwise. And then there's the core. The only core I can actually use in the game that follows the rules. The whole thing is just smacking things really hard with the sword. That's my entire thing right now. That's great. Oh yeah, real quick, another cool thing with the arc tool, I can activate these stalkers so they'll fight for me. I don't know how you look at that as, but it's kind of using a gun. So that's just a one-time deal for display. I died anyways. I'm not going to make a habit out of that, although it did cross my mind. To start, this area wasn't even all that bad, and I forgot why this would be a problem later, but originally going into this, I thought this was going to be a breeze, you know? Just a bunch of grunts, nothing I haven't dealt with before. I was wrong. This bitch right here took up about half an hour of my time. I'll spare you the details, it was terrible. I spent almost the entire time just running away, trying to pick at him slowly and taking out the grunts. Still didn't work. Once again, to avoid this being an hour long, I will show you a bunch of deaths and then skip to the end because it's a lot. Are you kidding me? I had him. After a very long time and slowly getting rid of all the grunts before even bothering with the frickin' Reaper, we did it. The trick was luring him into this little room you see here and letting the ticks do most of the work for me. Turns out, high-grade explosives do more damage than me punching it. Marvin, please protect me. Ha! Take that, you son of a bitch. There is no fucking way that happened again. Ooh, lucky checkpoint. Okay, this is fine. At least I know what to run right away now. With that nightmare dealt with, let's move on. I can take this. You know what? Maybe not. That's a lot. Where'd everybody go? I kicked a Reaper to death. You are nothing. Now, generally for this area, the assumption is that you're going to activate all these stalkers here and have like a little defensive moment, and you have a lot of backup. We don't do that here. I just get to look at all the cool guns I don't get to use for this section and go back to work. Yes, that's right. Another Reaper, because screw me, I guess. The general plan remains the same. Kill the grunts, deal with the Reaper last. And maybe try not to kick any ticks. As you can probably assume on your own, because it's obvious, I die quite a few times again. I did have a brief period of time where I had a very long extended duel with the Reaper where I thought I might actually win. We had a very long back and forth where trading tit for tat, doing just enough damage where I didn't die, but enough so I got out of dodge whenever I could. I tried to use the ticks to my advantage again because that worked really well last time, but they weren't quite getting close enough to do any significant damage to him, so I had to throw a few punches myself. I will say though, ever since doing the melee only run, I've gotten way better at the wall running and parkour in the game. A few attempts later, however, I finally got the better of him. getting some damage from the ticks in this little hallway section here. It made a huge difference. Culminating right here, he hits me away as the tick explodes, killing him in the process, giving me the victory. All that's left is to clean up the last few grunts I missed and move on. So I take the uplink thingamajig, do some more light wall running,
Requesting assistance.
and help BT clear out this, whatever you want to call it.
Good shot. Dogger down. Dogger down. Engaging hostile infantry. Target eliminated.
Pilot is close!
With their enemies now dealt with, BT gives me a hand and tosses me up. I replace the uplink thingamajig. And BT gives me another hand.
Cooper, the dish is back online.
My curiosity gets the better of me and I decide, what happened if I run off with BT? Which is absolutely nothing. Honestly, from here to the end, it was kind of a breeze. The fight with Victor, however you pronounce his name, I only died like once. Again, thanks to the Ronin loadout. Everything from here should be a breeze, except for Viper. I don't really know how I'm gonna deal with the Viper, but we'll get there when we get there. Out of sheer habit, I almost used the lightning thingy, but I remember to throw out the door.
Caution. Anomaly detected. Possible hostile Titan.
Don't ask. I seen blue and I thought it was another helmet.
I'm always looking for someone to kill. You get to choose which one you wish to be, or get fucking fertig.
Hostile Titan in sight. Engaging.
Do not let him leave here alive.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead, pilot. Sword core activated.
Oh my god, this is so much better.
Sword forward.
You call that shit?
Detecting home. Enemy Titan down.
You know, if I knew how to use Ronin effectively, I probably could have got Richter in the first try.
Care to have a real fight? Let's see what you got up close and personal. Oder willst du weglaufen, ihr kleiner Junge? Let's begin, du Idiot.
I also briefly make sure I'm still on hard because that was way too easy earlier. Okay, he was already doomed. I can totally do this, no problem.
Let's begin to idiot.
Sword for ready. Warning, our reactor is unstable.
Time to die, friend of mine.
Excessive damage. Warning, warning. Warning, our reactor is unstable. Tighten down.
And with that, we complete what is the easiest fight so far. Oh my goodness.
Functional. Rainier, fire it up.
Yes, sir. Transmission sequence activated. It's working. Transmission power 25% incline. 60%. Good. Almost there. 80%. Signal strength at maximum power. We are on go for transmission.
Broadcasting data stream. Awaiting response.
Here's hoping someone's still up there.
Got it.
This is Commander Sarah Briggs, Marauder Corps, Militia SRS. Authenticate.
Commander Briggs, this is BT-7274. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. Report intel to the fleet attached to the SRS unit.
Solid copy. Good to hear you guys are still down there. We're receiving your data now. BT-7274. Your data recorder says your original pilot was KIA.
Correct. Captain Ty Lastimosa was killed in action. I am now linked to an acting pilot, Rifleman Jack Cooper.
Wait a minute. Lastimosa linked you to a rifleman?
Yes, he had no other options.
Understood. We'll get you transferred to a fully qualified pilot.
Objection. Cooper is my pilot. Our combat effectiveness rating now exceeds 90%. Request permission to retain this link.
You're lucky our backs are up against the wall, BT. Permission granted. That's high praise coming from a machine, Cooper. Thanks to your scan data of the Ark, we've tracked its energy signature to an IMC base right here on Typhon. We don't have much time. Let's go.
And that's all for today. I feel like now that I have Ronin, there's going to be a lot of changes in combat because I can just rush in a lot more effectively and have more defensive capabilities as well. My only real concern from here on out is just going to be Viper, but we'll deal with that next week. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.